We're going to be discussing the top 10 accounting firms in the United States today. Let's get right into it. The 10th largest accounting firm in the United States is CBIZ and MHM. And they had $785 million in revenue in their latest fiscal year. And they had 3,876 employees in the United States. The 9th largest accounting firm in the United States is Crowe. And Crowe had $924 million in revenue. And they had 4,510 employees. The 8th largest accounting firm in the United States is CLA, and they had $954 million in revenue in their latest fiscal year, and they had 5,521 employees. The 7th largest accounting firm in the United States is BDO, and BDO had $1.47 billion in revenue and 6,592 employees in the United States. And as you can see, BDO is the first firm to break $1 billion out of these last few accounting firms we just mentioned. That brings us to the 6th largest accounting firm in the United States, and that's Grant Thornton. And Grant Thornton had $1.87 billion in revenue, and they had 8,556 employees in the United States. That takes us to the 5th largest accounting firm in the United States. And the 5th largest accounting firm in the United States is RSM. And RSM had $2.1 billion in revenue with 9,670 employees in the United States. And now let's get to the big four accounting firms, as they are obviously going to be the top 4 accounting firms in the United States. Coming in at number 4 as the 4th largest accounting firm in the United States is KPMG. And KPMG earned $9.5 billion in revenue from the United States, and they had 35,736 employees in the United States. Coming in at number 3 is Ernst & Young. And Ernst & Young earned $14 billion in revenue in the United States with 45,300 employees. The 2nd largest accounting firm in the United States is PwC. Now, PwC earned $16.8 billion in revenue from the United States, and they did that with 57,000 employees. And the largest accounting firm in the United States is Deloitte, with $19.9 billion in revenue and 95,000 employees. So what can we learn from this information? We see that the big 4 accounting firms are really, really huge in the United States. They have tens of thousands of employees, where all the other accounting firms don't have over 10,000 employees. So it obviously gives them a huge edge. And we also see that Deloitte has a ton of employees in the United States. They have 95,000 employees, and they make almost $20 billion of revenue from that. And PwC makes almost the same amount of revenue as Deloitte, but they have way less employees. They have almost 40,000 less employees. And this means that they're able to bill at a higher rate than Deloitte is. There's also a little bit of difference from the top 10 accounting firms in the world. As we saw, Baker Tilly and Nexia International aren't in the top 10 when it comes to the US. Instead, we had CBIZ and CLA come into the list, and they replaced Nexia International and Baker Tilly, like I said before. And then in the top 10 accounting firms in the world, Crowe was number 8, and in the US, they moved down to number 9. And BDO, in the top 10 accounting firms in the world, was number 5. And in the top 10 accounting firms in the US, BDO was only number 7. And Grant Thornton was a number 6 in both lists, top 10 accounting firms in the world and top 10 accounting firms in the United States. And RSM is pretty big in the United States. They're number 5 in the United States, while they're only number 7 in the largest accounting firms in the world. So what this means is if you're looking for a job in the United States in an accounting firm, you have a really good chance with RSM if you can't go to the big 4, because they have almost 10,000 employees in the United States. And that's almost getting into big 4 territory there. So if you can't get into a big 4 firm, then RSM is a pretty good chance as well. Grant Thornton has a large number of employees too. They almost have 9,000 employees. So the main thing you can get out of this is if you're in the United States and you want to look at large accounting firms and you want to apply to all of these, because maybe you can't get into the big 4. So you want to apply to the largest accounting firms with the most employees, because the more employees they have, then the more likely they are to hire you. And also the higher revenues they have, then the more they're going to be growing most likely, and the more money they're going to have to acquire other accounting firms and to hire more staff. So that's the largest accounting firms in the United States. Make sure to subscribe to this podcast, and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit our website, big4accountingfirms.com. Thanks for listening.